Hey, what's going on, Fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm bringing you 5 unique fragrances that I think you need to try if you haven't yet. So if you want to see what these fragrances are, be sure and keep it right here. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances, where we talk everything fragrance related. We're doing top 10 videos, we're doing fragrance reviews, weekly rotations, interviews, everything that encompasses fragrances. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, go ahead, hit the red subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support you have shown this channel. So first of all, disclaimer, I got Bass Pro in here. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just like their stuff. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But I got 5 fragrances, guys, that if you haven't smelled yet, I think it's time. I think that these are definitely worth sampling and trying out. They're a little bit on the unique side. Nothing else really smells like them, and that's good. I'm kind of in a spot in my fragrance journey where I don't want to smell, always like, 5 guys out there wearing Sauvage or Creed or, whatever. And that's, there's nothing wrong with that. So if you want to expand your fragrance repertoire, if you will, I think these fragrances will do just that. So first up on the list, these are in no particular order, but this comes from a house that is honestly all about the creativity and the art behind perfuming. And this is from one of my favorite houses. This is Imaginary Authors, and this is the Cobra and the Canary. So what's cool about them is I actually put the notes back on here. So the notes are going to be lemon, tobacco leaf, orris root, leather, hayfield, and imaginary note of asphalt. And what's crazy is it's like, how do they get asphalt in here? Guys, it literally smells like asphalt on some of this. Now, that might sound super off-putting. You're like, orris root, leather, lemon, asphalt. How does that smell good? Guys, I don't know how they do it, guys. They're using some sort of type of sorcery or something, but this stuff smells absolutely incredible. The lemon and leather is the main player of what you're going to get in the opening. As it does dry down, the orris root does kind of come out a little bit, but that's mainly the players that come off of my skin, which is a good thing, because I love leather. Now this is, in my opinion, spring, fall, and winter, pretty much only. It's pretty thick, I'm not gonna lie, pretty thick and pretty heavy, but it does smell good. I've gotten compliments off of this stuff. It's just so unique. It leaves an amazing scent trail. The scent bubble you're gonna form around you is pretty intoxicating, guys. So if you haven't tried anything from the house of Imaginary Authors, you want to stand out just a little bit, and you haven't smelled anything, the Cobra and the Canary, I definitely think is a good recommendation. All right, guys, so next on the list, this comes from one of my favorite houses. And what's funny is I really didn't like this house whenever I first got into, the fragrance game. Now, over time, my nose developed, and so that's kind of why I'm making this video, because this is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. And if you haven't smelled it and you want to challenge yourself just a little bit, there is a little bit of a mass appeal vibe to this, but nothing really smells like this, guys. This comes from the house of Amouage, and this is Reflection, man. And my goodness, is this stuff just amazing. Springtime must have, in my opinion. You get neroli, you get some citruses, you get a very powdery accord in here, a little bit of white musk in here. This stuff is just absolutely gorgeous. It can lean a little bit feminine, at least off my skin. When I first got this, I literally thought that it just smelled like a powdery old woman. But over time, my nose developed, and I really have grown to appreciate this fragrance, guys. It is just amazing. My wife actually really enjoys this on me now. I don't know if just over the years of collecting and her smelling niche fragrances on me, her nose maybe developed a little bit too, because she absolutely hated this. But now she loves it, I love it. This is something that I think that you at least need to experience. Get the olfactory experience going, and expand your nose a little bit, guys. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous, like I said. Okay, guys, so next on the list, we're kind of keeping with that Middle Eastern vibe, guys. I love this fragrance. This has become one of my all-time favorite fragrances ever. I love the way this is perfumed. I love the art behind it. I love where it translates you. This is what I wore on Thanksgiving, and man, I love this stuff. This is Andy Towers, and this is L'air du Desert Moroccan. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. It's not gonna be for everybody. I understand that. It is definitely more of a spicy, I don't wanna say oriental, but just a spicy Middle Eastern fragrance. It's got some vanilla, it's got some cinnamon. There is petitgrain in here, which is very very odd because I don't like the note of petitgrain, but for somehow they have done it to where maybe it's layered to perfection and I don't really pick it up, or how it blends in. It is just awesome, guys. This stuff is amazing. It literally translates you to a Moroccan spice market in the desert. Think of the warm desert sand, a nice wind coming across and it just blowing through just this, you know, Moroccan spice market. You get all these different spices and herbs and just the Middle Eastern feel, guys. That is this in a bottle. Now, like I said, it's not gonna be for everyone, but I do think you need to try it. I think that if you're not used to something like this, your nose is just going to explode with excitement and with just different notes that you maybe have never smelled before, and it might even take you on a little bit of an adventure, guys. Andy Towers Lair du Desert Moroccan Hurricane. It's got, I don't know, it's said a couple different ways in the fragrance community, but this stuff is absolutely amazing and I think you need to try it. All right, guys, so next on the list, this is gonna be a fragrance that I think is probably maybe the easiest on here. I don't know, but it definitely doesn't smell like anything that I've ever smelled before. It's coming from a house in Paris. They're pretty exclusive and they're kind of hard to get a hold of, but this stuff is absolutely amazing. I'm really glad it's in my collection. It's challenged my nose, and this stuff, it projects like a beast, guys. I'm talking about the house of EBK Paris, and this is Ruby and Vanilla Intense, and this stuff, man, it is definitely intense, guys. And it smells pretty much like how the name says, Ruby and Vanilla Intense, guys. There's this beautiful, like, juicy citrus note in here, and it's wrapped in this powdery almond accord with some vanilla and woody spicy notes. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I've had this for almost 2 years now, and as you can see, I haven't had to use very much, guys. 2 to 3 sprays and you're good for literally all day. This stuff is a projection monster. But that being said, there is an elegance to this. There's a class to this, guys. It doesn't really smell like anything else. If you like spicy, woody, sweet, almondy, creamy, powdery type of fragrances, this is definitely one that I would recommend. It's not going to be the most masculine fragrance by any means, but it doesn't also really lean super feminine. So it's just a good overall olfactory experience. It'll get your nose to, you know, experience some new things, and man, it is just absolutely amazing. So definitely recommend that one. On to the next. All right, guys, so we're down to the last fragrance on the list. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate that. But if you are a guy and you are absolutely terrified of the fragrance note of rose, I think I've got the fragrance to break that for you. This was my favorite release of 2021. This was absolutely stunning. It's brilliant. It is amazingness in a bottle. Like, I don't even know really more what to say about this stuff, guys. This is from the house of Zaharoff, and this is Signature Rosé. Now, obviously, this is a very heavy rose dominant fragrance, but there's a freshness to this. There's almost this juicy, citrusy type of quality to it. I don't know how they've done it. Normally, when you think of a rose fragrance, you might think of something that's like jammy and old lady, oody, just kind of, you know, I don't even know, just very thick. This one, it has a thickness to it about the scent cloud around you, but it's very light, fresh, and almost kind of refreshing. I don't know how they've done it. It's literally like sorcery or something over at the house of Zaharoff, because this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. If you are new to the note of rose and everything you've smelled, you're kind of like, man, I want to like the note of rose. I want to like it, but there's just something about all these other fragrances that it just puts me off. Give this one a shot, give this one a sample, and I can almost guarantee you will love this. I really wasn't a big note of rose in my fragrances. I didn't like that too much, but over just the months and of having this, wearing it, getting a chance to really experience it and see how it does off my skin, I actually really adore the note of rose. Like, I absolutely love it. It's not my favorite note, but I really do enjoy it. It's just something different for a man to wear, you know. There's often this misconception in the fragrance community, or just even as a man, that a man can't wear florally type of fragrances and still be a man. I'm a married straight man, and man, I love the note of rose now. So definitely recommend it. Super easy to wear. It's a projection beast. It's a monster, guys. You just gotta get your nose on it, get you a sample, and I can almost guarantee you'll love it. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for this video. I don't know what that was, but there it is. So we're just gonna go with it. But let me know what you guys thought of the list. Comment down below if you like these fragrances. If you don't, if you haven't smelled them, more importantly, let me know what your thoughts are on them. If you've been wanting to get your nose on them, let me know what you think about them. I mean, or if you've been in the fragrance comm for 50 years and you're like, man, this is easy stuff. Comment down below what's some, you know, unique fragrances that maybe I should try. I'm always, excuse me, I'm always up for the idea of trying new stuff. I love the art of perfuming. Like I said, I'm in this, just in this spot in my fragrance journey to where I love the unique stuff. I don't want to smell like the average, you know, 50, 60 guys out there wearing Creative Aventus or Dior Sauvage or, you know, whatever. I mean, those are good fragrances, don't get me wrong. I have them, but like I said, just in a, you know, more unique spot in my fragrance journey as of now. So comment down below. I'm gonna catch you guys there. I'm also gonna catch you guys next time on the next video. And remember, if you love it, wear it.